Welcome back, everyone. Game 1 was a burger boxing blast. I'm excited for Game 2. Neptic, I mean, what a game that was, right?
Yeah, that was an insane Game 1. The amount of fighting there was in that, 26, 27-minute game was insane. It's like literally every single time we try to say something, next thing you know, someone's fighting, and then Zedroid, you're just trying to get back in it. And you're like, oh shoot, trying to get into it. It's eventful. I love these burger box games. It's always so fun.
They just love to fight. But as we head into the draft, let's see what's going to happen. I'm looking to see if we're going to be banning maybe the Yamato, Venator, maybe the Silver was too strong for them. PSU does have first ban and first pick there. There's the Silver. I'm not surprised. One of the three characters that I thought was a pretty major threat for them. I'm assuming we're going to see a Mirage ban from Texas. What about you? What are your thoughts here?
You just got it perfectly. The meta right now is literally just, hey, first ban whatever, second ban has to be Mirage, or else you're just not going to win the game, right? So you kind of clocked it there. But I'm wondering what this first pick is going to be coming out from PSU. And it is the Venator. That makes sense. That character is so strong right now, right? He has kind of everything you want from a carry. Good survivability, good damage with grenade and gun, good utility with trap and even the anti-heal. And then Iridomini is literally just blow up button. So
yeah, we were talking about it in that mid game. Venator wasn't even that strong yet, and he chunked Abrams down to like a third HP before the fight even started. On the side of Texas, we're just gonna see Apollo and Infernus. Those were not the first two I would expect to see. Any insight on what's going on here, Neptic?
I think the Apollo is a little bit more normal than Infernus, just because right now Apollo is very strong, even with Slowing Hex and Silence Wave being really strong items right now in the meta. This character's lane phase is insane, right? Especially the first 3 or 4 minutes where you can't buy Slowing Hex. It's just not a fun time at all. But we see PSU here kind of responding back with a Dynamo and an Abrams. Very standard picks. In my opinion, I am a little afraid though, because PSU has 3 quote-unquote bigger characters, right? Venator, Dynamo, Abrams are a little bit more healthier characters compared to others. And that's what something Infernus really likes to play into, because Afterburn plus Toxic Bullets and Ricochet, like that combo onto Infernus into Abrams Dynamo it never spells anything good.
Yeah, no, it's going to be pretty lethal here. They're quite the chunky team. We're going to see the Sinclair into the first round of the draft. They don't want it banned out this time. They want to play it. This is a completely different draft on the side of Texas. On PSU, pretty similar to before. We got Abrams, got their support, got their carry. I'm excited to see what's going on. They're the ones who banned the Mirage. The Pocket, sorry, there. I'm fairly surprised on that. I thought it would be PSU having to ban that out with some pretty healthy things. Maybe they wanted to try to get the Kelvin, but got banned out by PSU.
Yeah, very good foresight here coming out from PSU. They were like, hey, why would they ever want to ban Pocket? Oh, 100% they want to try to pick up the Kelvin for the healing. So, a very good catch here coming out from PSU banning that Kelvin. So I'm wondering how, I believe it's PSU who gets this pick. Oh, excuse me, no, Texas who gets this pick. Ivy, yep, that makes sense, right? Ivy's kind of the next character you want to think about when you really want a lot of healing, right? With the Kudzu connection, tier 3 Kudzu connection connecting to 2 people with Healing Nova and Stone Form. That's like an instant 25% HP boost to 3 people. So a good pick coming out from Texas. I want to see how PSU responds. Oh!
That is going to be a spicy one. Celeste coming out. Haven't seen one in a while in College Deadlock, at least from the games I've watched. I'm pretty excited. Geist coming out as well. Not too much of a surprise there. Geist has been Geist. I'm saying that about a lot of characters, but she's been really strong, really tanky, really with a lot of damage. Very strong character there, and really able to bring this Venator what he needs in that kind of mid-game.
Yeah, I think here this is very interesting coming out from PSU because they flip-flopped. Because last game, Texas A&M's draft was a lot of very greedy characters, but now PSU has a bunch of greedy characters, right? Celeste, Lady Geist, Venator, those 3 characters need souls to be able to perform. And they're on the side of PSU. I'm very excited about the Celeste pick, mainly just because we haven't seen it in forever. Back then was mainly just because she would get permaban, thank God. But now with the post nerf, we haven't seen her a lot either. But now PSU wants to bring it out. And Texas here is bringing out the Billy, a very good pick in my opinion here into PSU, right? Being able to lock down these characters who have little to no movement. And even if they did have movement, they wouldn't be able to use it against Chain Gang. And of course, the Wraith pick here is probably just another comfort pick for Macro Jesus.
I mean, he's just nasty on that. I was going to say I'm surprised about Billy being so late, not having too much of a frontline presence, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, they wanted to wait and see. They pick so much movement, and now they can pick this Billy even later on into the draft and really kind of strike what they need in the middle of the heart. Viscous going to be the last pick here. He's going to be doing some goo man stuff, going to be getting the cubes, are always valuable. It's really hard to go wrong with Viscous.
Yeah, I'm expecting that whoever's playing Viscous here is probably going to be playing a lot more supportive in a sense, because Texas's team has a lot of things that can catch you out. For example, Apollo is going to be able to just jump on you, or Wraith, telekinesis, Ivy Stone form. If she gets that stun off you, you're going to just get jumped on 24/7. So I'm really expecting probably like a cube rescue being coming out from Viscous. But again, that's just initial draft looking at things and whatnot. But right now, I think on my side here, I'm a little worried for PS2 because, like as I mentioned again, this draft is very greedy. 3 characters that really need a lot of farm to perform: Celeste, Lady Geist, Venator. Compared to Texas AMU's draft, where realistically they'll probably just need to focus on Infernus and Wraith, who are perma side laners in the first place anyway. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to handle this.
I'm excited for this draft, and I'm excited for some mid fights. I mean, you got the copy. It's going to be double singularities, Talilosan, the Chain Gang. It's all going to be coming up, and it's all going to be good old burger boxing. In these lanes, though, we're going to have on the left side, Apollo Billy is going to be a pretty nasty one against that Celeste Abrams. We're going to have in the mid lane, Wraith Sinclair against the Geist Ven. We're going to have double carries in that mid lane. On the side of PSU, that might be a bit spicy there. And on the right, we have Infernus Ivy against the Dynamo and Viscous. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm a little worried again for PSU's lane at distribution, mainly just because right now in the meta, mid lane is your most important lane here, and you typically want to put your carry in this mid lane position along with some kind of roamer. Because the idea is that you'll have someone like Wraith sit in the mid lane, and then the roamer, in this case we'll say Apollo, together. Because Apollo is just going to go run around the map and try to cause as much chaos as possible, letting this Wraith soak up as much, letting the Wraith soak up as much money as possible. But in PSU's case here, oh, speaking of which, your Abrams is getting real low. Oh, I love the burger boxing already, but Billy's gotten parried. What the heck? That parry just saved his life.
Yeah, he got parried out of nowhere. Celeste, I mean, jumping around doing Celeste things, after all that, even getting parried, they're still going to have push. They're still going to be able to take the farm, take the camp. Venator is going to be the one who's getting the push. I guess Sinclair doesn't have all his abilities up, can't really contest too much just yet.
Time to work up close.
Yeah, as you're saying, I'm really going to be expecting Sinclair to be roaming, trying to let Wraith do what she can to get the solo farm. But I'm not sure who's going to be trying to roam a lot on the side of PSU here.
Yeah, and again, it's what I was trying to say before that big burger box fight there on the left side lane. It's just, who exactly is going to try to leave the mid lane to let the other guy get as much farm as possible? Because, let's be honest, Venator and Lady Geist are very greedy characters. So, again, this is what I'm worried about a lot, as well as just there's no roaming potential from these 2 characters, right? So if Sinclair is out and about, it's going to be very hard for a Venator or a Lady Geist to try to match that roam. Speaking of matching here, Plague is just going to absolutely punch Eco in the face of death here, giving us the first kill of the match.
I mean, Apollo Billy lane is not something I want to mess with, as Sinclair's going to get parried, but then he's going to parry Schlargo out back. He didn't get the heavy punch in time. And Venator, I mean, he's gonna be able to stop him. Tinybo is gonna do what he can. Get him out. We're just gonna see more fighting in every single lane. They just love fighting. They'll never stop. They never will.
And honestly, if they ever stop fighting, then there's something wrong, right? I mean, we've seen it on match 1. If these two teams aren't fighting, it's not them. Right? Something must have taken over, but that's for sure. Speaking of fighting again, shoulder charge here coming out from Abrams, being able to catch Gigabyte here. Unfortunately, not able to get the kill as Apollo is just so slippery.
I mean, we're heading 4 minutes in. There's a 2K lead for Texas, but it's just going to really amount to that kill there. Onto the Abrams. Nothing too much is going to happen from it. They might have priority for these bridge buffs that are coming up in 45 seconds. But overall, it's a pretty even game state going into the first.
Yeah, even it is here, but again, Gigabyte's going to get caught again by the shoulder charge. Again, still just not falling down. This Apollo character is just so slippery, and as I mentioned earlier, like, we're in this 4 to 5 minute mark here where you don't have a slowing Hex to buy yet. It's just, what are you going to do against this Apollo? But this is very good pressure here coming out from Texas AMU on both this left and middle lane here. They're able to get a lot of space to try to see if they can really confirm these buffs. I say this as it's a little bit of a fight here going on between PSTT and Venator, Tiny Mo. But it looks like, yeah.
Eco's just going to have to give that one up there. It does look like Sinclair PSTT is going to get the buff away from Venator. There's a little bit of skirmish going on between Macro Jesus and Schmargo, but I mean, it's not going to amount too much. Guy's going to get more souls into it. And overall, it's pretty even. It's going back into a 1K deficit. There's going to be a parry coming out, but nothing too much coming from it. This Billy lane is punching a whole lot as Plague is going to try to get out. Do what he can. Itali Losan, he's not going to get too much as he gets parried again, but he's going to fall. Then Eco gets parried. He tries to go for the heavy punch.
Oh,
and
another one!
Parry, and then another parry, and then another parry. The chain gang does come out, and it looks like Eco will fall here. He does. Sorry, Plague has huge stacks up, but Eco's getting his health back up, and they're both very low. Gigabyte could fall here. Do they have the time? Does he have the cooldowns? It's really just up to that. As Eco, it's like he doesn't have the cooldowns, and he's still alive.
Oh my god!
How is he alive? Bardfart comes back in time to finish the fight, but
Another one!
But then he dies to the Winions. The troopers get him out. What was that? What, the fight lasted for, I want to say, over 30 seconds there of just punch, 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 parry, parry, parry. I would be shocked if I don't see 4 rebuttals coming up very soon in that lane.
Yeah, and look at this. The fighting is still not letting up. Look at this mid lane here as Texas is going straight in onto this Lady Geist and Ben. Lady Geist at 1 HP, but again, if you're Schmargo here, you're not worried at all. You have that life swap up and available for you just to ensure you get that second life. But again, these two teams just love burger boxing, and I'm so glad I get to cast these games because I love burger boxing, man.
You love to watch it, you love to see it, and you love to cast it. It is a great feeling just seeing these guys punch each other out. Geist is going to keep doing Geist things. The swap did come out, leaving Macro Jesus at 1, and it is going to be Macro Jesus falling. Can PSTT get the trade out? He's going to TP away. I don't think he can, and he's going to have to run for his life. Able to juke him out, but it might just be the first Guardian of the game coming out here. I'm not sure how fast Macro Jesus, he does have zip boost, so he's coming back, but not fast enough. He's just going to take a tier 2.
And again, this is something I thought that was very interesting here, is that the PSU lane, that Lady Geist Venator lane, was actually the one to get the first Guardian and win. I'm very surprised by that. Maybe I shouldn't have, because Lady Geist and Venator trying to fight those two in lane is, to be frank, a pain in the butt, right? But I'm surprised, but this is very good here coming out from the side of PSU, as now this Lady Geist and Venator have a lot more space and a lot more free reign to farm. So I want to see how Texas is able to respond to this. Speaking of responding here, Schmargo is just putting his foot down, absolutely establishing that his space here within their center sacrifices, and he might might be able to get it. Look at this damage that he's kind of pumping out here. Macro Jesus, though, is doing a great job trying to fight for it and trying to respond back.
And the fights continue. He was able to get him early. Atali Losan trying to save the Billy, trying to get Page. He gets both, but he isn't able to save Plague. He falls. It's going to be a 1-for-1 on the right side. But yeah, as you were saying, I mean, Geist is really strong at this point. You were talking about who's going to be the one roaming, who's going to be the one getting solo farm. Geist is at 7.5K. Gigabyte at 8.2. But frankly, I'd be a lot more scared of the Geist here. I mean, he's just going to be roaming and bullying. Farming and bullying, sorry.
Yeah, and we're actually coming up to this 10-minute mark here. This is a very important timer, as this is when buffs and the urns start spawning. So I want to see the teams here trying to get some space here, though. PSTT trying to go for a cheeky little Sinner Sacrifice steal. Unable to find here. Both berries coming out, though. Tiny Mew, oh no, he's able to... It turned into a buddy, but he's able to get traded out by Funsi.
What a play. PSTT really trying to punish. I mean, Tiny he was pretty low trying to get those Sinners. It's not what you want to do, especially when, I mean, you know somebody could be near. But they're able to get the 1-for-1 trade and secure the bag and secure the slots. It's going to be a pretty good one there. Yeah, as you said, we're heading into that 10-minute mark, though. Buffs are going to be coming up. Items are starting to come online. You're starting to see more 1600s, some 3200s. I mean, Geist got the Mystic Regen there. Geist builds. His Plague is just going to fall. He was able to stop the slots from coming out, but I mean, Geist is going to get a bridge buff off that, too. That's going to be a very scary Geist coming into that left lane.
Now, Texas should really be careful here on this left side. This is where the urn is. So this is where you can expect PSU to really spend a lot of their manpower here. And I say that as there's already 3 on the side of PSU trying to get as much space as possible against Texas. And Apollo might even lose his life. No, again, it's still too slippery, man.
Apollo has the movement on lockdown. I didn't see any slowing hexes bought just yet. They're going to keep trying to fight, do what they can. He does fall eventually. Not sure why he went back in, but he must have felt like it was needed. I mean, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. I'm more scared of this mid lane. Viscous is not going to be able to defend against this Wraith, I don't think. Guardian's going to fall here, and I see this Wraith probably being able to drop mid if they don't get more support.
Yeah, I'm really hoping PSU also picks up this urn. I mean, you just got a Guardian, you just got to pick on this left side here. This urn should be relatively free. You also have 3 people in that, so you can always protect someone trying to pick up the urn, but they're not here, and I think Texas knows that, and they're trying to punish here. They're both trying to jump onto Smargo here, PSTT and Plague. He does have that life swap up available off him, and does pop it here just to give himself a little bit of an extra life. Does he get away? Oh, it's close. Plague 1 HP. Oh, nice parry coming out from Smargo here. Able to secure that kill onto Plague.
He was able to get it done. He was able to live. Geist, he's doing what we were saying before. He's going to be able to carry through that mid game. Make sure, I mean, Tiny Mo can get online, but frankly, he's doing so strong, he's just going to be sweeping through the mid game to the late game. Geist is not one who falls off too well. Gets strong early and stays pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, this is already a very stark contrast from map 1. We're seeing now that PSU is actually, even though they're only up 4K, this is a pretty strong start from them. As is, they have the urn control here now. And look at the map. PSU's already spent a lot of manpower on towards this right side here. PSTT probably trying to look for a little bit of an urn deny, but unable to find it. But this is great. This is good macro here coming out from PSU here. They sent a lot of people to this right side to ensure that this urn gets deposited.
Yeah, and it's going to be there. They don't have enough to contest on that left side. They're going to trade out the Guardian, but I don't think it's enough. The urn is really strong, and they have enough here. They might be able to contest the Guardian or fight it out. Now they're just going to back up. PSU's going to give it. Going to get the 1-for-1 trade on the left side. Abrams is probably going to live. He's quite tanky.
It's Abrams doing Abrams things.
We see him go in and run around. He's just going to do Abrams things. He's too tanky for them to touch.
He's way too tanky. I mean, I love playing this character, man. It's always insane.
He certainly is a big fellow. We don't have too much damage to get him down. Encore isn't online just yet. And I mean, he's just going to be really tanky. He's at 13k. He's the second in the lobby, tied with Gigabyte and Macro Jesus. Schmalargo at that 15k mark, who is just frying everything and everyone, really showing how strong Geist can be, especially with a lead like this.
Yeah, and we're kind of seeing now that the map is starting to stabilize a little bit here. Both teams are realizing that, hey, we can chill out a little bit until the next objective at 15 minutes. For those who may not know, the 13-minute marker is also a very important one that we just passed by, is because theoretically that is when all the centers are back up. And it looks like most of them were taken up again. So now there's just 1 more minute left until the next buff and earn spawn. This next spawn will be on the right side of the map here. So we should expect a lot of manpower and a big fight breaking out in the next 50 seconds.
I mean, you see 4 of Texas going in, 5, sorry, of going in onto this left side, trying to fight this guy's, trying to get what they can, maybe get a pick, deny the stealing of the souls. But Geist is going to be able to get away with it and just keep farming. It's going to be really hard for them to do much if they're not able to stop this Geist pretty much now. Otherwise, Geist is going to snowball, then Venator's going to snowball, and it's going to be one fun time for them.
Uh-oh, speaking of Geist here, Geist is kind of out by herself, might be a little too far out here, and he does take about half of his HP for it. Like, Smargo here deciding to kind of step away from his entourage, from his bodyguards, and see what happens here. But now, buff and earns are up. I want to see a lot of people on this right side here, right? Because that's where the earn spawns. So we're seeing that it looks like that health buff is going to the side of PSU. Macro Jesus is able to get the other one on that left. But now it's going to be a big fight here on this earn.
I mean, Lady Geist with a health buff is going to be terrifying. I don't know how much you want to be fighting that. The cube getting punched away is actually going to deny them the earn. I haven't seen that in a hot minute, I have to say. I've seen cubes secure the earns, but I haven't seen them being the reason that they don't get it. As Billy is just going to be running away with the earn. We're going to have a fun little pokey poke time. Tickle this Abrams down. Act like they're going to kill him. And, uh-oh, it's an Abrams. He's just going to walk away.
Oh, yeah. Also, a very good job here coming out from Texas. Able to sneak that earn away from PSU. This is a very good take from them. Because if PSU really got this earn and was able to run it, it would have spelled a lot of trouble for Texas. Plague did a great job here, just ensuring that he's getting the earn off of PSU's hands.
One thing that I'm frankly just noticing now, Sinclair is just trying to be a little troll, trying to deny the doubles, but I mean, they're going for earn. I don't think they really can. Actually, they're putting a lot of members onto these doubles. They're going to try to take this Abrams down as they're... Looks like they're baiting and possibly giving a walker away just to get their doubles. This is... I don't know about this play.
Yeah, it might not be worthwhile. I mean, sure. Okay. Barn Fart here doing a little bit of a walk of shame on Celeste, holding out that ball but unable to find anybody. But yeah, a little bit of an interesting macro play here coming out from Texas, trying to prioritize their doubles over the walker. I can see some merit, right? Just because if you can secure the doubles, you get that's more farm for your carry, either Macro Jesus or Encore here. But I mean, you just opened a flex slot for PSU. That could give Spell a lot of trouble. Right now in the meta, 3,200 items are really strong. Things like Counterspell, Dispel Magic, specifically Dispel Magic, are super strong, and you just gave them the option to buy without selling anything. Oh my goodness, speaking of which.
Gonna be a really rough time. Wraith falling really low. Macro Jesus is at 21k now. Has been farming up, but falling low and doesn't look like he has enough lifesteal to sustain what he needs. Falling to 50 HP, but might get away here as... I lied. The lifesteal is keeping him alive and more than healthy. Telekinesis coming out, and he's just gonna keep going forward. Why run away? You're only at 100 HP.
Oh my goodness. Macro Jesus here going very aggressive here, especially at 1 HP. Atani Losong here coming out from Gigabyte, able to secure that kill onto Barn Fart. Finkeldorf trying to see if he can get a little bit of revenge here, but it's a dynamo into Apollo. This Apollo's just going to run circles around you. Unless you just did 600 damage with a stomp?
Spirit Dynamos certainly can hurt. I don't know if it's the best build, but they certainly do quite a bit of damage. Frankly, ignore what I'm saying. He doesn't even have that many spirit items. It's a pretty standard build from what I'm seeing, and yeah, that's That's Dynamo. But on this other side of the map, Wraith, I mean, has the soul advantage at this point. And there is two of them. And Geist doesn't have a swap. I'm kind of surprised they're running from this Geist here. Wraith?
I mean, look at this guy's going absolutely crazy mode here. It's a 1v2, and he's still at half HP with no swap.
Yeah, Wraith just decided to leave pretty early. I dropped pretty low, but I thought they'd be able to fight that in a 2v1 without the swap. Maybe they just didn't want to risk it, thought that more would be near. They didn't have too much info on the map there, so it does make sense when you break it down. But, I mean, we're looking at these teams, and it's 5k lead for PSU. They're getting these really strong items online. You were talking about Dispel Magic. I think I saw two of them there, unless that might have just been sorry. I'm forgetting item names. The reduced, a debuff reducer. There we are.
Yeah,
coming in.
No, I think you're right. I think we did see a couple of Dispel Magics here. Specifically, I want to shout out Yuko buying an early Dispel Magic and another Dispel Magic here coming out from Schmargo. Very, very important buys, and something that a lot of players tend to not do is that buying defensive items early will save your life a lot of the time, right? I mean, this Dispel Magic will do wonders against Infernus, Wraith, and of that sort, just because it gives you an extra bit of survival, and it cleanses all those debuffs as well. And this is just going to make Schmargo and Yiko so much harder to kill. And those two characters, Lady Guys and Abrams, are already hard enough to kill. So Texas A&M have a lot of work cut out for them.
I mean, Macro 101, since the dawn of time, when you're ahead, you have the damage to kill. Oh my goodness! Macro G is 25k. Singularity is going to come out from PSTT. It's going to steal it and run away. Nothing too much is going to happen from that. But their carry just died on the right side of the map, and they're fighting on this left. Sinclair is falling very low. Not going to be able to do much. It's going to end up being a 1-for-1 trade, but the Walker is definitely going down here. Macro Jesus is getting online and getting scary.
Yeah, and I have to apologize to Schmargo a little bit. I think I might have accidentally cast or cursed him. I was literally talking about, like, oh yeah, man, this is Dispel Magic. He's going to make sure he lives. And then he just immediately dies right after. I am so sorry here. But it's a mid-boss coming out from PSU. And I mean, as I said earlier in map 1, this 20-minute mark is always a very important timestamp within a game. Because this is when timers are very long. And that's when mid-boss is always an option that you can now consider. And that's an option PSU wants to do right now.
I mean, it's going to be the Singularity pretty much guaranteeing it. Doesn't even need to pop it. Infernus is going to try to fight what he can, but it doesn't look like too much is going to happen. Apollo is shredding down Finkeltork. He's going to fall low, but he's not going to die. The cube making him staying alive, and he's staying alive. You're just going to run away with 3 rejuves and nothing for the answer of Texas.
Yeah, and it looks like Encore is hopefully being able to get away within this mid bit here, but Texas needs to lead this fight. If this fight goes really poorly, this could actually be the game for them. But it doesn't matter, as Texas is able to get 2 rejuves out from PSU here. Plague is doing a lot of work with all this CC. Encore is able to find that kill onto Funzi here with the help of his own teammates, and Plague is so healthy. Look at this guy. That blast just gave him so much HP, and honestly, if things leave like this, that's a very good trade for Texas, being able to get the urn pickup here and 2 rejuves out.
I mean, even before this urn, they've already pretty much evened the soul count. Having an effective 1 rejuve and losing souls, I think that was a really good trade for Texas. Schmargo is going to try to deny, but he's alone. Finkeldor can come. I mean, he has Singularity, but you're down 2 right now. He might be a bit late. Texas might have sold too much, and the swap is going to come out and take out Macro Jesus. The very, very strong Wraith is gone. The life drain being stopped by the stun, but he's going to fall. That's their last rejuve. That's not somebody you want to pop it on. Singularity coming up, but getting stunned immediately. The parry getting him out. The Itani Low Sun killing him instead. What a fight turn off of 1 riposte. A huge half a second stun for a huge comeback there. That fight could have gone very poorly, but ended up, I mean, down 3, but much better than it should have.
Yeah, and Encore here wants to get real aggressive here, getting that 3-man stun off the combustion here, and Gigabyte's already jumping onto that. Tiny Moo's already down from Gigabyte here, and it's looking really tough for Smargo. No life swap and little to no help here from your team. I mean, this Biscuit is not able to reach him here, and he's going to fall down to Gigabyte. Encore here is also able to pick up that kill onto Funzi, I believe. Just burned to death, unfortunately. This Infernus character is still pretty strong in the meta right now. And now, look at this. Texas has turned it on the head onto PSU, and PSU is now down 3 players.
I mean, they had a good fight. They went pretty even, but then they tried getting more. They were down alts, they were down players, they were down alts, they were down health, and they were down a lot of the resources. I mean, Encore wasn't even in that fight to begin with. He had everything up, and he was able to fry them. He's getting online. He's at 26k. I mean, the top 3 souls in the game are all on Texas. We're pretty even in souls here. 5k up on Texas at this point. Just turned around now, as well as the Walker getting picked up. But if you look at the soul difference, all of the souls are on 3 players, the most vital players. You don't really need souls on Billy. You don't really need souls on Sinclair. You don't really need souls on Ivy. But who you want souls on are the Wraith and the Sinclair, or on the Infernus, sorry. Comparing to the other side, Tiny Mo is kind of struggling at here. He's at 25k, Yiko is at 27 there. You really want to be putting more souls on him, as Ice might be falling here. Pretty low.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fight here breaking out on the mid lane. And Tiny Mo's able to catch 4 on PSU's side here, and Macro Jesus is going absolutely crazy in this fight, making sure that everyone dies. Funzi and Fingeldorf are the first 2 to fall. Gigabyte is able to pick up that kill onto Marnfire here. It's a nice big shoulder charge coming out from Yiko, able to get 2 stun down to the Walker. Macro Jesus is dead. PSU is able to now turn this fight here with their main carry dead here. Good parry coming out here from Yiko, able to get that kill into Plague, and Smargo has now entered that fight. That nuclear bomb that they did not want to appear within this mid-boss, or excuse me, mid-lane fight has shown up, and now look at Texas. They have to leave. They're like, oh shoot, Smargo's up. This Geist is here. This is canceled.
These guys like fighting way too much. I'm down for it. But at some point, you have to take a step back and look at what's happening. Every time these teams fight, they swap who wins. We have PSU winning a fight, and then they greed for a Walker, and then they lose it. Then we have Texas winning a fight, and then they greed for a Walker, and then they lose it. Smargo falling pretty low. Spell Magic coming out. He does still have Life Swap. Itani Losan is going to come out, and he's going to kill Smargo. He used the Life Swap and wasn't able to get the health from it.
Gigabyte reposted the Life Swap. Oh, nah. Can we, Yoshi, can we nerf this character?
Very balanced, very balanced.
Very balanced, by the way. Very balanced, by the way. But that's a big pick here coming out from Texas's side, right? Mid-boss is going to be up in about 1:30, and this gives Texas a lot of room and a lot of time to just kind of push up these waves and ensure that they're going to be in a pretty good spot for the next mid-boss fight with the Margo death. And so I want to see how PSU is going to be able to play this.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at what's happened again. The lead is back in PSU's favor. Negligible lead, maybe, but it is still a lead. And Tiny Mo, I was talking about before how he was kind of falling down short in souls, but he was really able to farm up while all this drama has been happening. He is now the 2nd leader in the game, and he's going to start getting online pretty soon here. 34k, he is slowly going to be flex locked, as I like to say, but he's going to be pretty strong coming in these next fight. Definitely going to be able to contest with Macro Jesus very soon here.
Yeah, and this next fight here from both teams will be a very big fight. We're coming up into about the 27-minute mark here, and mid-boss is coming up in about 30 seconds. So this next fight will ensure a mid-boss, and most likely, honestly, even get a patron drop from one of these 2 teams. Speaking of dropping here, PSTT trying to get a little bit of damage on this Walker. He got hyperlined from Nico! Oh no!
I mean, he's Sinclair. He should be able to get away here. He steals the ult and just slams away. But that's no Sinclair ult. Never mind. It's on a 5-second cooldown. What am I saying?
Yeah.
It's Sinclair. Who am I to speak? He ults when he feels like it, and he feels like it when he ults. But mid boss is gonna come up, and Sinclair's gonna have to reset here so that could be potential, but waves are pushed, and there is no threat. Schmalargo going to come up. Pretty much everyone should be heading towards this mid, because if either team starts it, it's going to be one big fight, and I'm looking at it. I'm not sure who's going to be able to really start it here. If somebody starts it without a pick, I don't see them winning too well. We have Singularity, we have PSTT being able to steal it, Stoneform coming out, but Macro Jesus is just going to say, I got better macro than you. What are you talking about? And he's going to start it anyways. As they're going to have to contest here, but I don't know about it.
Oh, yeah, I think Macro Jesus here is not in trouble at all. He is full HP and just racking up the damage. Though I will admit, though, very scary start here coming out from Macro Jesus here, trying to see if he can start that mid boss. But it's just a big burger box again, as Encore is able to get that pick onto Tiny-Mo upstairs. And now this gives a lot of room for Texas to do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, getting that pick, Tiny-Mo not having the defensive items we were talking about before to fight an Infernus this late into the game, it's going to be really strong. As Justin falls as well, it's pretty even of a fight right now. Funzi is going to come out. Singularity is going to catch only the Dynamo. Not a sentence you hear very often. Finkeldorf is going to try to run away. I mean, it's a pretty even and pretty dead fight here. They're going to keep fighting and keep fighting. And the longer this goes on, I mean, I see it going pretty good for Macro Jesus, as, yeah, he's just going to keep frying them. Their health bars are getting lower and lower. He's sustaining more and more, and they don't have the abilities to stop him. He's just going to get them all.
Yeah, it's a clean team wipe here coming out from Texas A&M and a mid-boss. For the very, very well played here from Texas A&M, playing that fight very slow, knowing that they just got the pick on that top side, and they were like, hey, we just got a pick onto one of PSU. Now this fight is all in our favor. We can take as much time in the world as we can, and they did. I mean, they played it nice and slow. They made sure that Macro Jesus was getting the help he needed, made sure that he wasn't getting jumped or anything. And we saw the fruit of that labor. 6 players dead on PSU, and a Walker as well, most likely.
I don't know too much about Sinclair builds, but this is one I have never seen. A very different build from what I'm used to seeing Sinclair. Maybe it's the meta right now. I haven't looked at his builds in a hot minute, but seeing Majestic Leaps feels weird on that character. But they're gonna get this rejuve, or they're gonna get this Erd. They got the rejuve, and they're going to have pretty nice time with this pretty big lead.
Yeah, I mean, Texas has done a very great job. In map 1, we saw this a lot too, but especially this map, they've been really able to just turn fights into their favor. I mean, I will admit, it's a lot of heavy lifting here coming out from Macro Jesus, but you can't knock the fact that the other 5 players on Texas, especially like Plague and Gigabyte, are able to make enough space for Macro Jesus to work his magic. Right? And speaking of Gigabyte here, a little far up on this mid take, able to riposte away though, and Macro Jesus shows his face, and PSU just goes, uh-oh, we need a backup.
They do not want to fight this race. 44k and a whole lot of damage. It's going to be a scary character and a scary time defending this Walker. That's just going to be shredded down. They're not going to have their Walker defense, and they're going to have to run here into the base. The Singularity getting popped pretty early and not on the one character you really wanted on. PSTT falling a bit low. Schmalargo having to use the swap to get back to half Quincy, falling early in the fight. We have one of the redos falling on Plague. But this fight is going to be a heavily favored fight for Texas. PSU is going to have to retreat. They're going to have to reset their health bars, but Chain Up isn't going to let them do that.
Oh no, he canceled it!
He canceled it! Unfortunate timing, unfortunate plays, bit of a misclick, but that's just gonna be the base for Texas.
Honestly, Texas has a very good angle to just end here. I mean, yes, Gigabyte, there's a couple people who are low, but you still have 2 rejuves up, and you're up, what, 40k? I don't know how to do that, but, like, this could actually just be the end of the game here.
I mean, yeah, timers are looking pretty bad. 20 seconds on 3 of them. I don't see Tiny-Mo having the health to sustain here, having the time to live. Funzi doesn't have a heal beam to save him, and I mean, that's going to be the pit for them. 2 rejuves and too much souls, too much damage, and too much macro from the side of Texas.
That was fun.
Oh my lord, what a game that was.
Yeah, and map 2 and the series goes to Texas. I mean, just super well played from the entirety of both teams, right? I mean, Texas especially were able to really turn these fights. That was the major point. I think Texas did a very, very good job realizing that, hey, our win condition here is Macro Jesus. So what do we need to do? We need to make sure that he stays alive and he has as much space and breathing room as possible in these fights. And they delivered. I mean, we saw the end game here. I wouldn't be surprised if Macro Jesus is the MVP here. Speaking, you shall receive. I mean, look at a 72k player damage.
I mean, he is just going insane. Just having that great macro. He's Macro Jesus, you know? He's getting what he needs, playing out the early game in such a great way of not falling behind and just getting everything you need to build up and come online very early. We saw Schmargo using what he could to kind of bring them through the mid game, but it just wasn't enough. Macro Jesus came online too fast for them, and he was too much of a threat. Gigabyte getting the key player there, I'm not surprised. He did a great job on that Apollo, living where he could, just poking them down where he could. He did a great job on that side, and Schmargo getting the key player on the other side, of course. As we were talking about, he was really bringing them through that mid game, really selling them and trying to push them towards the end game where hopefully Tiny Mo was able to carry.
Yeah, and I mean, Texas just a very, very well laid out plan for every step of the game or every stage of the game. There, as you mentioned, Gigabyte, I think Gigabyte was doing such a great job in the mid game, right? Especially that's where Apollo is the strongest. Anything after mid game, he kind of falls off. But Gigabyte was putting in the work, ensuring that he can get the picks and start the fights and secure all those kills to then let Macro Jesus take over in the late game. And we saw it worked out very well.
Yeah, it certainly was. Certainly was a great game and a great series. A lot of fights, way too many fights, but it was great. It was fun, and it was a Burger Boxing series. That's going to let Texas AMU head to the lower bracket semis there now. They're going to be fighting against the winner of UFT versus Seattle. They're going to have a great match coming up very shortly here. I believe it's coming up this weekend. I could be wrong. But don't look out for that. Make sure you're following, and make sure to follow our socials to see when that match is coming up at College Deadlock. It's going to be all of our socials everywhere and anywhere. Make sure to look it up and join the Discord so you can watch these games and have a blast. Any final words from you, Neptic?
Nothing too crazy from me. I mean, again, I just have to say that these were two very, very crazy games and very fun games to watch. A lot of crazy fights happening and a lot of cool plays from both sides. But I mean, all I really want to say is for those who want to take away a message from this game or from this series, keep on burger boxing, guys.
Keep on burger boxing, indeed. But that was it from us. That's going to be it for the stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, have a great time. Keep burger boxing, and we will see you next time.